everybody. Welcome back to Minute of Islands. And we're getting right into it. I thought I collected this
The deep
memory,
waters around this island
that's not a save.
change color every season, teeming with life of the most curious creatures.
So I think we're going to be bringing something back to life To be honest, it's been a little while. Part 1. Andy. Okay, we're on to the third. Alright, I gotta refresh myself so I can refresh everyone else. Over here. The game's kind of on a one-way track, but I have to remind myself of the story every once in a while. Why is everything in bubbles? That old granny bubble. Big granny bubbles.
The ventilation system grew through her house, wrecking her bedroom, study, and kitchen. She could have moved away, but she wasn't willing to concede a single inch. Hopefully, she hasn't blocked the valve with her morbid laboratory. Miri is not here, the old woman says. But that is not why you've come. Mo tries to tell her how dire it is, how Under and the others have succumbed, how she needs to do what must be done. But her grandmother merely smirks behind her mask. Now look at you. How important you've become. People are counting on you. Yes, yes. Another chuckle behind the air filter. I have something very important for you to do as well. Would you be so kind as to do me a favor? A favor, she calls it. It may as well be an order. Granny has always had her way of getting what she wants.
2 clay figures, huh?
Old companions, the grandmother says, that I have held on to quite long enough. It's time to bring them home. Promise me. More's heart plunged into her stomach. She knew what Granny was implying. You do not decline a request like this. More promised.
Granny specimens. Back here.
Grandma was never interested in anything made by the giants. Lifeless metals and cold steel, she called it. She preferred spending time with the fungus, breeding colorful, voracious new strains. Moore had always looked up to her grandmother, devoting her hours to caring for the dead and the living alike. An enigmatic and stubborn woman who was far smarter than many assumed.
I'm curious what's up here, even though I know that there can't be any more. There's only one air filter. I guess that's just part of the mission, is putting the figures down, probably around where the air filter is. Just a guess.
Memorfesti and Graba are connected by a bridge that Moore has never fully crossed. The walk always seemed too long, and what lies beyond is what she dreads most.
else would I be doing? I guess.
Just the one.
You can go back now, Mole. You did the work. You could just tell the old woman off. It's not like you're her servant. Yes, of course, you promised. But she was asking too much. Your grandmother doesn't care about your struggles. That old hag. Throw the figures into the sea. And just say you returned them. What's a little disrespect for the dead? If it saves the living.
Mole's hand clutches the gemstone in her pocket, left behind by her older sister. Her heart is drowning in a deluge of goodbyes, all of them equally real in Miri's unread letter.
Seems like you can choose not to. Wonder what would happen if you did that. Feeling it's going to be another one of these mini game things. Landscape looks different, at least.
More expected Grabber to be swallowed by the spores, so this episode comes as no surprise. However, she did not expect to feel so at home here.
Jellyfish, urchin, sand dollar. Come on, come on. Get back here. This place seems welcoming.
Graba, where we bring our dead, where we surrender their bodies to the blight. A place too virulent to visit, so we mourn at home over sculpted effigies. Moore finds no solace in these rituals, but she has a promise to keep.
What does that mean? So I can't go in?
For all their hard work, the giant's machines are not welcome in these hallowed grounds.
Oh, now it should let me in. Yeah, why the hell not? sections of bodies lie here, eaten by the fungus and transformed. Blacksmith's family was hit hard by the blight. He was an old man with old lungs. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be doing there. Guess I might have into it. The shepherd's family. Shoemakers, tailors, carpenters, painters, and musicians. Fireman's Guild. More bodies. Thanks for the description. Or something. It's not even gonna bother telling me I did it wrong. It's like, you know you did it wrong. That's the way it is. You have to match all the symbols on the doors at once. And there's one that just doesn't have a symbol. Oh my god. Seriously? Oh wait, I didn't move the last one enough. That's better. This should work. Alright, the first puzzle I've come across in this game that was actually kind of difficult.
Moore was too small to fully understand what was happening during the Exodus, but she saw what the poison was doing to the people around her, plaguing the mind with visions, corroding and eating the flesh. She couldn't bear to watch person after person disappear from her life, so she hid in the networks below. Far away from it all, she never found out exactly who succumbed to the poison and who made it off the island. But it barely matters to her when they're all still gone.
This must be the backstory. How the plague started. I think this is crypt number 2. So I'm kind of doing them out of order. Apologies. And you can't put the figures there. I'm gonna go to what I think is number 1. And we should be back on the right track for 3 and 4. I think this is the first door, or first crypt.
Most of Moore's family is still here, however. They couldn't leave their little Moore behind. She is proud now to have been tasked to protect them, by virtue of the knowledge and power she found. For when she went below and found the fabled giants, when she befriended them as the only human in generations, they forged the Omni-Switch for her and made her their apprentice. She spent years confined in the underbelly of these islands, just so the surface could shine. She hopes her family is proud as well.
Looks like it's just doing it in the same order, no matter which ones you go to. Doesn't matter what order it's in, it seems. because that's when she went out underground to avoid the plague. That's when she found the giants, and they made the Omni switch for her and made her their apprentice. There's a door.
The brothers once walked the surface. Many say they built the world with their hands. They were inventors and explorers, never minding the tiny humans between their feet, living in their tiny houses and tiny streets. When the blight first came and humanity fell into ruin, they went underground to find a solution. Their ingenuity and their toil saved the world above, but also bound them in the deep below.
Well, I guess it's good that they came up with this own solution to lock themselves underground, rather than the humans just forcing them to be underground, running the air purifiers. But their benevolence is their downfall, I guess. One crypt left to visit. Pile of sarcophagi claimed by the fungus.
Miri has 2 figurines in her home, a recent addition, but she has not told Mo who she is mourning. Miri has told Mo that she has a figure ready for her too, just in case. How many times has Miri thought of taking that figure here? All the times Mo would disappear below. All the times Mo was gone for months without contact. Miri not knowing each time whether her little sister would come up again. Not knowing for months whether the catacombs or the blight had finally taken Mo for good. Granny's decided that she's grieved enough.
Alright, now I can get out of this creepy ass place. guess I shouldn't have went up the ladder. This should be the way out. Yeah, I'm done here.
Two giants still struggling for air. Only half of the engines running. Only half of her world protected. But at least this promise she has now fulfilled.
The fungus is staying sparse. Oh god, I spoke too soon. I knew as soon as I said that it was gonna start. She knows she has a pressing task to finish, the one in the physical world. But maybe, in this place, where time has no meaning, she can stay for a moment and rest. Time still has meaning in my world. Fish sand dollar. Squid, urchin, fish, sand dollar. Find that urchin. This doesn't seem good. I only saw the sand dollar. guess I was mistaken. Wait, what happened? I made it, but my reflection didn't? Now I need the fish. I guess I didn't go to the other. Well, I just came out of the fog there, so I wouldn't think I would be able to go back where I came from. I'm running out of options here. I guess I'll see. There we go. Oops. Oh no, you're making me start over. No! Son of a bitch! Come on. Lucky. Oh, come on. I tried to jump over it. I guess I have to climb up and then my reflection. Start over, it's just cruel. There we go. Finally. Gemstone. Talk to Granny, tell her we did her mission.
Moore's grandmother says, "Thank you," and asks for one more favor. Would you sit with this old woman and listen to the birds and the water? Granny remembers how people from far away would visit Beva and Leuza to have a few days of peace, a few days of nothing but islands, and how lucky little Moore was to have a lifetime of it before the Exodus, before her calling. Moore responds she only has a minute, but her grandmother smiles, patting the empty seat beside her. Then, a minute of islands will do.
Guess that's where the title comes from. have too long to dawdle. Wakey, wakey, eggs and bakey.
The foul taste of stale air is even stronger here. Enough distractions. It's time to wake Under from his sleep.
And actually, I'm going to leave it here for now. So, thanks for joining me. I think this game's getting more and more interesting with its story, at least. We got a little backstory there on how she got the Omni Switch and everything. So, that was pretty cool. We'll have more Minute of Islands. Now that I know how it is pronounced Minute of Islands, we'll have more of it on Friday. And we will also have more Nier Automata tomorrow and Brute Force on Wednesday, arcade game. And also we have the VR showcase Wednesday night, 6:30 p.m. Pacific time, 9:30 p.m. Eastern time at twitch.tv/masterpiecearcade. So I hope to see you there, and catch you next time. Bye-bye.